Like in Houston, a lot of things happening in Houston. A lot of things happening in Houston. Looks like a man was found hanging and set on fire under the freeway. You can't make this stuff up. You truly can't make this stuff up. We got 2 videos to look at. Let's get over into it and see what we can learn about this situation. It's tragic, absolutely tragic. Let's get into it.
Thank you, Jalissa. And now we want to warn you this next story, hard to hear. A man's body found hanging underneath the East Loop. It happened late last night. Our Ogochi Iloka joining us near the scene along Kirkpatrick Boulevard. And Ogochi, details from the story even more grim.
Sadly, that's correct. We're told that the man's body was actually on fire when it was found last night in this spot where officials say they only later realized it was a man's body that was on fire and dangling from a rope on the underside of this 610 freeway. This is video of officers just after 10 p.m. last night looking around after HFD responded to a fire here near the 5000 block of Kirkpatrick and 610. It was Union Pacific employees who first found the scene and called Houston firefighters, first reporting that this was a brush fire. However, that was not the case. Officials say when firefighters put out the flames, they discovered it was a man's body partially set ablaze and hanging from a rope. HPD says those firefighters got the fire out, but the man did not survive. A lieutenant investigating the tragedy says a homeless encampment is here too, but they aren't sure where the man was initially set on fire. She tells us she doesn't think his death was a suicide.
If he's not just hanging, it's like there's also the fire.
I mean, that should be obvious to me. Come on now. He's hanging and he's set on fire. Don't even mention suicide. Don't even mention it. Let's keep
So
going.
then it's like, well, what actually killed him? We don't know that. I mean, of course, that'll be something that, detectives and after the autopsy report comes out.
And the lieutenant you just heard from there says, unfortunately, there were no witnesses around when they first responded to the scene. If you know anything about this investigation or have information, you're asked to please call Houston Police or Crime Stoppers. Reporting in Northeast Houston, Ugochi Iloka, KHOU 11 News.
That is wild. Someone just hanging. First of all, they didn't even think it was a body at first, a human body. Someone just hanging set on fire. Let's keep going. Let's get over into this next video and see what else we can find out.
Now to a disturbing story that broke overnight. A man found hanging from an overpass and burned at 610 and Kirkpatrick. Now HPD homicide detectives are investigating a case with more questions than answers. KPRC2's Devin Clark went out there to see what he could find out.
Today you can see what's left behind, a pile of burned rubble directly underneath a rope hanging from that underpass. This area appears to be a homeless encampment, but we are still waiting on the identity of the person who was found set on fire, hanged here. We're also trying to determine who did it.
I mean, we're kind of like in a bad area of town. I mean, for everybody. Daylight is cool, but when it gets dark, you might want to get in the house.
It was around 10:10 last night when officials were called to 7600 North Loop East. It appears a man in his 40s or 50s had been hanged and set on fire. Houston police say his identity is pending notification to his family.
I was amazed by how bad the crime has been in areas that I live at.
While investigators say the man did suffer burns to his body, his cause of death is pending. This morning, the investigation into who may have killed him continued.
The police pulled up and they walked over there behind that wall, but then they walked right back, got in their car and burned off.
Houston police need your help putting together the puzzle pieces in this case. If you have any information, you're asked to give them a call. You can also call Crime Stoppers. You will remain anonymous and you could be eligible for a reward of up to $5,000. That number, 713-222-TIPS. Reporting from under 610 near Kirkpatrick, Devin Clark, KPRC2 News.
Absolutely crazy. It's a crazy situation. Not much details are known about it. So let's get over into this article. One of the most recent articles I can find about it. Let's get into it. The body of a man was discovered hanging from a rope while on fire near the homeless encampment northeast Houston. The victim, who was not immediately identified, was found around 10 p.m. on Thursday beneath an underpass of 7600 North Loop East, following reports of brush fire, police said early on Friday. Responding firefighters extinguished the blaze and found the man's body. Officers were informed that the male was hanging underneath the middle of the overpass and has suffered burns to his body. So it's being investigated by homicide police. It is unclear whether the victim, who is believed to be between 40 and 50 years old, has been set on fire at the nearby homeless encampment or directly beneath the overpass. An autopsy conducted by Harris County Institute of Forensic Science is expected to determine the cause of death, but said that it's highly unlikely, almost impossible, that the incident was a suicide. If we use our common sense, there's no way that this can be a suicide. No way. Truly no way. And then people talking about it's a bad area. I'm happy that people actually say that, because every time I'll be watching these news articles, people love to say, "Oh, this never happens for this area. Never happens for this area." But got to be careful out there, y'all. We got to be careful. Keep your head on the swivel. It's a tragic situation that someone lost their life. Hopefully, we find out more information about it. Absolutely crazy. Hanging and burning underneath a freeway. It's a terrible way to go. Terrible way to go. Can't imagine what he must have been going through. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's make sure there's nothing else we find. Let's see who was surrounded. 40 to 50 investigators said. Yes, all the same things. All the same things. So that is the most recent information on that whole situation. Let me know your thoughts, y'all. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Let me know how you feel about that situation. It's a scary world. It can be a scary world. We talk about a lot of crazy things. But we got to keep reviewing the world together. Have to keep reviewing the world together. Absolutely traging. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.